Hey poker people, thank you so much for tuning into this video where I'm going to give you a simple 4-part plan for poker study noobs. And here it is, the 4-part plan in all of its glory. So part 1 is to choose a topic of study. Now this can be something that interests you or some kind of a leak that you have. And for the rest of this video, we're going to go through with the idea that you want to work on your pre-flop opening ranges. So part 2 is simply run a Google search and find one piece of content to study. So let's take a look for that. Alrighty, once you run it, you're going to basically just select on one that might seem appealing, might seem interesting to you. Let's start with this Upswing Poker Lab here, or upswingpoker.com, I mean to say. So, the article is called My Unexploitable Preflop Opening Strategy Explained by Ryan Fee, November 18th, 2016, about 2 years ago now. And Ryan Fee knows his stuff, even though this video and this information is 2 years old. Maybe he's updated it recently, but even if he hasn't updated it, Ryan knows his stuff. I'm sure most everything that he discusses in this article is going to be applicable to the 2018 games that you're playing in now. So what you're going to go through next is find the article, consume it, and take notes, whether that's in a poker journal or a Word document like I've got going on here. So you're going to read it and find out the bits of information that you want to apply to your game, the things that you want to test, the things that you want to dive into and learn a little bit more. Or, of course, you want to take note on all the things that you want to be able to remember and look up again really quick in the future. So he gives you some examples of why you should be open raising as opposed to limping or just calling, that kind of a thing. Which hand should you be raising first in with? Great. By position, percentages, the hand breakdown. That's nice. Some more information. Oh, how do I choose my bet size when raising first in? Great. So different bet sizing kind of strategies here. All the downsides to a variable open raising strategy. So 3.5, 3 big blinds, 2 to 2.5 in later positions. Okay, so he talks about that stuff too. Lots of different downsides. A hand example here. Variable risk of being exploited. Okay, all that kind of stuff. Exceptions to using that rule. Okay. And then raise first in summary. Awesome. So you went through, you studied it, you took a ton of notes, you wrote down all the most important things that Ryan gives you within that article. Now, here is the key thing that you need to do. Take action based on what you learned. You want to figure out the one thing that you want to practice that you believe will help you the most. So he gave you a ton of stuff when it came to bet sizing and those raising first in ranges, and then just a rationale as to why you want to raise first in. But I think maybe if you aren't so comfortable using ranges, utilizing Ryan Fee's ranges would probably be the one thing that you want to do. Don't do the ranges and try to also utilize his bet sizing strategy. One thing at a time. Maybe you've only ever opened raised to 3 big blinds, but never with ranges. Making that one change of utilizing ranges is going to give you the most benefit, because making one small change at a time allows you to see how that small change affects your entire game. So let's say you want to use these ranges. I'm not a big fan of looking at ranges this way and trying to utilize ranges in game this way. So what I would do is I'd whip out the Flopzilla right here, or any kind of Equilab, Poker Stove, any kind of equity calculating software, and you want to build the ranges that he recommends. So Ryan talks about a 16% range for under the gun, which is in 6 max. So we could say like all EP positions, I guess you could say. He recommends 5s or greater. Ace deuce suited or better, king 9 suited or better, queen 9, jack 9, lovely, 10-8, 9-8 suited, and he goes down to the suited connectors all the way to 7-6, and it looks like we also have ace jack or better and king queen offsuit. So you can see 16%, it's a 212 combo range. I just really like this because visually, I can see my whatever hand I'm dealt, I could see that it's within the range so much more quickly. If I'm dealt a king jack suit, I'll have to look here, king 9 suited. Yes, king jack suited is greater, it's there, but this is more quick for me. So I would take out my trusty snipping tool, take a little shot of that, copy it, and I'm just a big fan of Publisher. Bam, there's the UTG range. Actually, we'll just call it the EP. Open raise. Bam, there it is. EP open raising range is right here. There it is. You can see the next one is a little bit bigger at 20.4%. So we would simply build to it. It has pocket fours or greater here. Ace deuce, king nine, queen nine, same. Jack nine, 10, 8, 9, 7s. Oh, so a couple more suited gappers. Not 8, 6, but we do go down to 4, 3 suited. King jack, queen jack, and ace 10. So you can see 20.4, 270 combos. That's the MP range. So once again, screenshot this. Copy it. Paste it here. And just do the same thing you did before. MP, open raise. Now I'm just doing this real quick and easy just to kind of show you what it looks like. You would make this prettier, but what you would do is all the EP, MP, cutoff, button, and small blind ranges, put them all on one sheet, print this puppy up so that you can have it and you can use it in game as you're playing. So that would be the one thing that I'd recommend if you're working on pre-flop opening ranges. Now, of course, practice that one strategy, hit the tables, put your one thing into practice, have that printout right next to you, and if it says to open up with 8-6 suited, bam, open raise with that 8-6 suited. And then, once again, don't go overboard and try to implement too many things. So, like I said in this article, he talks about open raising ranges and variable bet sizing. Don't try to do both if you've never done either one before, right? One at a time, after maybe 3, 4, 5 sessions with these ranges, if you feel very comfortable with using them. Now, that doesn't mean you've memorized them. You just feel comfortable using them. Once you've gotten to that point, yeah, go ahead. When you feel comfortable, when you feel confident, add another thing. Maybe you do want to do his variable bet sizing right here. Bam, you're still using his ranges, and now your new one thing into practice is the variable bet sizing. And then just continually do this over and over again. Let's say you feel really comfortable with Ryan's ranges. You feel really comfortable with his bet sizing. Go back to that Google and find something else. Here's a little Red Chip Poker article, what to open raise pre-flop. And do the same thing you did before. Repeat steps 2 and 3 now. Read the entire thing, take a ton of notes, and pick one change that you want to make to your game. You see how here, now we have under the gun 1, under the gun 2, various ranges. Instead of just one 10% range like Ryan recommended, was it 10%? I don't even remember what the percentage, 16%. Instead of that 16% range, you can do now what split suit on this website. Actually, this is Hunter Sitchy, I think. I think Hunter Sitchy wrote this article. Hunter recommends each position slightly progressively wider ranges. And then bam, you can try these out. If you liked these, make a change. Don't use Ryan's ranges anymore. Use these. Or if you try this and realize, I don't like it, this keeps things so much simpler, bam, go back to using this. You know, as you're learning, you're going to be refining the way that you play. You're going to be taking bits and pieces from various coaches, and then, you know, using what they teach you to develop your own play style. Pre-flop, post-flop, mental game, all that stuff. Pull what you can, pull the best bits from every single teacher out there, and develop your own game around it. So once again, those were the 4 steps, a simple plan for poker study noobs. Thank you so much for watching. Just below this video, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell so you get notifications of every new video as soon as they hit the YouTube airwaves. Once again, thank you very much, and I'll catch you on the flip side.